Have you ever been afraid of broadcasting and what it may likely portend for you? Well, this is where you get all the help you need, because today I'm going to be teaching you some tips that you need to excel as a broadcaster. Let's get into it straightly. The first tip you need to know is to understand your audience. Yes, know your audience. So many people make the mistake of just launching out to think that the people listening to them may just come from every quarters. But no, you have to particularly understand what your audience loves, relate with them one-on-one, and make sure that they're always in the flow with you. Don't get to see your audience as a big mass that you're yet to fathom what they're exactly about. It's not difficult for you to know your audience. The way you can do that is by sharing meaningful stories. Come on, story makes the world go round. You have to share meaningful stories with them, such as the Me Too story, so that they can have that feeling, particularly that they are also in the same gap as you. That is the first way for you to start your way on. My number 2 tip for you is to make sure you talk to just one person. A lot of people make this mistake of talking to a lot of people, and this also happens with public speakers. That is why they get stage fright sometimes, because you think about talking to all that number of persons and you're just gripped with fear. But when you have it in the back of your mind that you're talking to one person, your message would naturally flow. And when I mean one person, it is best to use the word you on radio. Just use the word you and go. Because when you start saying everybody, all of you might likely get the temptation to lose that one person that you ought to focus on. So what you have to do in broadcasting to excel is to talk to one person. Take for example, hello, welcome to today's program. How are you doing? I trust you are doing great. What about your job? You can see I'm always repeating the you, the your. Aha, it talks to just one person. That it will sound odd to say, hello, welcome to today's program, everybody. How are all of you? Oh God, did I just say how are all of you? Oh, that's a zero. Talking to one person at a time, because it helps them to win trust, and you also feel the connection between you and them. And when you do this, you're on your way to getting onto broadcasting like a professional. 3 things you need to understand is that you have to be in charge. You have to take charge of your program. Sometimes people may likely call into your program and they just key you off track, especially when you're handling a very serious program on social political issues or current affairs issues. People call into your program and they begin to tell you their own parts of things. They take you off the grid. That will likely kill your program. So be in charge. Always make sure you're ready for the program. And how can you get in charge? Make your researches, do your findings properly, get ready for the program, and make sure that you kill and eliminate every butterflies hovering around your head. That way you can always be in charge of your program. I'm not talking about the fact that you don't need to relate with your audience. Relating with your audience is very important, but you must need to always be in charge. And being in charge also means being courteous to your listening public. Next tip. If I tell you the next tip on your way to being a broadcaster, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like, and turn on the notification button. Let's get to it by me turning on my thinking. Alright, this doesn't look much like a heart. So, when you're on your way to being a great broadcaster, the next tip is you have to make your listeners to care. And how can you make them to care? Draw them into your program. Share inspirational stories. Don't just keep them aloof, so that it doesn't seem as if you're the only person talking. It's called a conversation. It's a two-way street. You have to make them feel it, and you also have to draw yourself into their environment. If you stay far off, you might just be losing the game. You need to make your listeners know that you care, and that you care for sure. Don't just pretend to be. Listen to their stories. Give them all the answers that they need. When they're talking, you give them oh great. Make sure to follow up with responses. And that's the only way that you can make them to care. The next thing you want to do is to take charge of your microphone. See, the microphone is the presenter's best friend. I love my microphone. Hello, how are you doing? There you have it. I love my microphone for many reasons, because it is my friend. You have to make the microphone your friend. Talk to the microphone. Don't get scared. So many presenters will stay very far from their microphone. And you know what that does? It gives the listener the perception that you're not actually in charge, because the listener already understands what it means to have assertive communication, that you're actually talking to them. But when you don't have that spirit, you don't make the microphone your friend, come on, you make very little impact. So you must learn how to make the microphone your friend. Take for example, hello, you're welcome to today's program on, well, I wouldn't call any station, sorry to disappoint you, but that's just what it is. Make sure to make the microphone your friend. Now, before I get to the final item that you need to know to be on your way to being a great broadcaster, let me inform you that if you've watched this far, kudos to you. It actually means that you need this information and you are on your way to being better. The last thing you need to do is to be yourself. Did I just say be yourself? Oh, my thinking heart, where are you? Once again, this is not a hat, so that's bad. Okay, I'm up. So, the last thing you need to do is to make sure that you be yourself. By being yourself, you have to naturally speak. Don't become all stringent, all strong, like a stronghold. When you talk to the people, allow them to feel your energy, and make sure sometimes to bring in humor. Yes, humor helps everyone because we are in a stressed and tensed world. But sometimes when you get to the point, just make the people laugh, crack a joke, do whatever it takes, make them feel around. Even on serious matters, you can get to crack jokes. I was anchoring a current affairs program and I had to make my guests laugh at the end of the program. People were like, and the production team were like, that was great. You made the man laugh. That it doesn't happen conventionally. You find humor in everything. So be yourself. Make sure to keep the microphone your friend and always make the listener know that you care. Do your research, speak brilliantly, but also wonderfully. And when you do this, you'll be on your way to be a great broadcaster. For more videos of this nature, drop your comment, let us know what you think in the comment section, and we'll bring to you subsequent videos to make sure that you stay informed.